Now, please welcome our last contestant, and that is Motozite.
Hi, hello, good evening, everyone. Won't take much time. I think everybody's tired. It's a postal session. So we are Motozite. We are into luxury car segment, specifically focused on marquee brands right now like Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Jaguar, those kind of brands. Quickly start. So if you look at luxury car market, specifically the used car market in India, it is growing at a very fast pace now. The percentage of cars sold in India, only 2% are in luxury. So this market is very underpenetrated. But if you look at the value of this market, in terms of value, it is almost 10% of the entire industry value. So though 2% in terms of volume, but 10% in terms of the value. Now, if you look at the market size, and we have included two market size. One is the luxury cars, which are the marquee brands. Second is the premium segment, which is a segment which is growing really fast. The cars, I would say, MG Hector or Jeep Compass and all those. So these are the two segments we are focusing on. And if you collect the value, in 2021, the market value, the market size of these two segments were put together $7 billion, out of which $2.4 billion was the luxury segment. Rest is the premium segment. But both these segments are supposed to grow at are projected to grow at a rate of almost 11% and reach somewhere around $14.5 billion in next 5 years. Now, what is driving this? So India has been a very kind of an a developing nation in last 20 years. We have seen the automotive industry growing from from this to that level kind of a thing. And if you look at the evolution, we were having a discussion with Mr. Rao just during the lunch break. The evolution has happened from buying a car from a utility perspective, status perspective, now as an aspirational value. And that is where we are seeing that the luxury segment will also grow. But if you look at the segment, the segment, specifically the pre-owned car segment, it is very unorganized right now. It's very fragmented. Almost 85% of the used car market in luxury is, and that is actually applicable to the mass segment and premium segment as well, is actually dominated by the small shop owners or the brokers or the DSA agents. This is what we are looking at. Now, if you look at this segment, which is an offline segment, this segment is basically, they don't offer any ownership solution. When we talk about ownership solution, it is basically the finance, insurance, or any warranty, these kind of allied services. The another thing is that these are mom and pop store kind of shops, so they don't have a lot of digital presence. Everyone has a website right now, but that doesn't mean digital. So if you can do transaction digitally, that is where the digital or the technology as an enabler comes in. Last, if you look at the online, what is happening online in the pre-owned car market, we only see C2C marketplaces. Basically, anybody can list the car and anybody can, basically try to connect over the seller. But the challenge there is, these are very transactional in nature again. These are more of that you can just discover, these cars and probably connect with the seller. Nothing apart from that. So, you can go on to the next slide. So in order to, solve these challenges, Rahul and I, started this startup. We found this company in 2021. Unfortunately, March we thought of starting. April we were hit by the second wave of COVID. Thought we should have continued 6 more months of job. But anyways, October, November, December is when we did a pilot with our first website. And January is when we went with the full launch. The idea was to get into the market to understand. The easiest way to get was, to get in partnership with dealerships which are doing the business. We started with, in order to include trust, we started with the OEM dealerships of Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Jaguar, Lexus, to name a few. Essentially, we provided pre-owned car platform where, we aggregated the inventory of these marquee dealers and provided an exclusive place for the customer to come and discover the car. Now, on this platform, customer can, basically purchase a new car through us, pre-owned car, There's a concept of demo car, which is pretty much there in the luxury car market specifically. A lot of people, prefer to buy demo cars. So we were the first platform to provide exclusive, discovery of the demo cars. Then, of course, we started to get into the customer want to sell their cars. So we started helping our dealer partners to procure car through our customers. And recently, we introduced the allied services. So we have a tie-up with 12 banks now. So we have started providing finance services. We also provide insurance. And we have also, this month itself, we started providing the RC transfer services as well. So this is what Motozite has been, last 1 year. We have close to 45 business partners spread across Mumbai, Delhi. These are the two key cities where we are focusing on. The beauty of this market is, the market is concentrated in top 10 cities. So that these are the two focus cities, but apart from that, we have our partners in Chandigarh, we have partners in Goa, Pune, almost 15 cities now. And though 45 channel partners, but the access is almost to 60 plus showrooms of these partners.
By the way, Delhi and Bombay is 55% of the total market.
Yeah. And if you look at, currently, we have almost 450 plus cars. These are all luxury cars listed on our platform, which are worth 250 crores plus. And, the average ticket size is almost 50 lakh plus. And we are talking about pre-owned cars, not new cars. If you look at it, I would like to get your attention on the, the lower half of the slide, then I'll talk about the upper half. So we went really into the market in January 2022 because October, November, December market was opening up after the second wave. So our main, launch month was January, and in last 15 months, we have done 130 transactions. These are all luxury cars. Almost 50% were new cars, and 69 crore is the GMV. This is from January to 31st March of 2023. So 15 months data. Now we have crossed 70 crore GMV and 135 cars now almost. In this time window, we actually generated 3,800 plus leads of luxury car customers. Now these are the customers who are actually looking for a luxury car. And if you look at the average ticket size of the cars that we sold was around 52.8 lakh rupees, close to 53 lakh rupees. And we had 150,000 unique visitors to our website. Now I would like to bring your attention to the upper half of this slide. Why? Because this was first year, a lot of learning. You do mistake, we might be experienced from industry, but for startup is something we were very novice. We learned a lot, and we saw that we are leaving a lot of money on the table. We are not earning. That is where we got into the allied services of finance and insurance, and we started focusing more on the segment which is more value creation for us. So more on the pre-owned car business rather than new car business. And if you look at it, in terms of the traction, yes, we were doing around 2.5 crores GMV per month. That's an MRR for the calendar year 2021, but in 2022 first quarter, which is Jan, Feb, March, we touched 5.4 on an average per month. In terms of the revenue, the earning that we were retaining, it was around 0.38% of the overall GMV, but we improved it in first quarter itself to 0.83%, and now we'll be further improving it to 1.2% of the GMV. And if you look at the per car revenue, and this revenue is like a pure play revenue. There's no cost involved to it apart from the direct marketing cost. It was around 18,500 per car. Now in first 3 months, we have done around 56.3 per car, 1,000 per car. So that is the improvement, and that's a learning as a startup. We are still learning, and we are still improving our KPIs. We are monitoring. How did we achieve it? How did we, kind of made ourselves a little different from the crowd is focusing on the customer experience. I think this is something which is really missing right now in the pre-owned car market in luxury segment. So we have been very focused. It's a relationship-based, kind of a business model that we have. As a customer, it is not a C2C business. We have clients who are, you can go to the next slide, who are, basically business owner, big business owner, medium-sized business owner, who are senior executive at, multinational companies. And there are people who are working with startup as a founder, who have been successful, or people who are working at startup as CFOs, CTOs, and CEOs. So this is the kind of, clientele that we are handling. And these are, people who have who buy high ticket size, goods, and we want to maximize in future our share of wallet, for these customers, focus on their LTV, because these kind of customers actually replace car every 2.5, 3 years. Some of them, every year. This is a glimpse of our platform. You can always go to www.motozite.com and look at our platform. You can see our UI UX. Keep it simple is what we believe in. Very neat and clean, no clutter. You get maximum information. We are bringing in more information like warranty, insurance validity, everything in next phase of our product development. And we are also launching a dealer portal. It is almost ready. It is in testing stage right now, where our dealers can use this portal. And so, when we are talking about the unorganized sector, they don't have any tool right now to, basically record data of their leads. That is what we're going to provide with this. So it's a kind of becoming a subscription-based model. And now, this last month, we did a pilot for buy, refurb, and sell. So far, we have been aggregating inventory. The transaction is happening between customer and the dealership directly. But now we are getting into the space of buying the vehicles, refurbing those vehicles, and selling it out. So basically, we'll be able to control the entire value chain with this. Yes, it is an inventory-led model, but the whole game depends on the experience of your tatting. So how good you are able to procure cars and which cars you are able to procure. So basically now we are focusing on 3 business models. Number 1, the model which is already there in place, which is dealer to customer and customer to dealer. But eventually we are trying to make it a subscription-based model rather than the commission-based model that we are currently doing. So next year it will be subscription-based model. The idea is to collaborate with all these stakeholders rather than just competing with them. Second business model will be customer to dealer, where, since we'll be doing buy, refurb, sell, we got almost 150 inquiries for procurement of cars within 20 days of our campaign. So not all the cars will be buying. So we'll have a network of our channel partners already, and we'll be using that network and our customer to do certain transactions through us, basically helping customer to sell their car to our partners and helping our partners to procure good cars through our customers. And the last one, we already talked about buy, refurbish, sell. The idea is, these are the 3 things which are, very important, which is basically experience of a customer. Luxury car customer is looking for experience, trust is. And then second is the trust, whether the car is trustworthy, the history of the car, the present of the car, and the future of the car. All these 3 are trustworthy or not. So this is the trust factor. And the last one is, the luxury car customer is like, I want everything to be done at home. Don't bother me, just one person, talk to me, no one else. So it's a one-stop solution that we are building. This is our first car, Audi Q3, just on 27th February we delivered. It's a customer who is a retired person now, but was a very senior level executive, stays in Gurgaon only. If you look at the testimonial, and that's what has been our testament in the market. And I would like to highlight to the bold points: personal touch, transparency, customer orientation, and the last one is appreciated and the passion. These are the things which define us, and this is what differentiate us from the rest of the market. Go ahead. So this is what we are looking at. In our C2D business model, we are looking at 2% to 3% margin. The transaction happens through us. We keep 2% to 3% of that transaction value. In customer to basically buy and sell model, where we will be owning the inventory, the entire value chain, the margin is easily 7 to 8%. The last car we sold was we bought through a wholesale, through a dealer. We still earn 5% margin. If we buy directly from the customer and sell to customer, 7 to 8% is pretty normal. And of course, the allied services, which is finance, insurance, warranty, it's easily you make minimum 1%, and in a good scenario, you can make 2.5%, 3% also. In terms of, So if you look at, how we are differentiating, there are 2 dimensions, trust and customer experience. Trust is where, all these players are. Our direct competition, yes, will be Spinimax, but we still believe the market is huge enough to accommodate 3 top players in the market. Yeah, that would be all. So my name is Abhinav. I have joined by Rahul. We both are from industry. We have close to 16 and 17 years experience. Before this, we were working as management consultant with EY. And prior to that, we have worked with brands like Honda Cars, Renault, Volvo, Ford in different capacity, but mostly focused around sales, channel management, and customer experience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, gentlemen. Are there any questions for? Yes, sir.
I have tried selling the cars in Germany 5 years ago using the metaverse. I did the 360-degree shoot. So if we can we try this kind of thing here also in India? Although failed, because it was 5 years ago and it was too early for the market to adopt it. XR and like Oculus and HMD kind of thing, but I think now market is ready. I think we
Yes,
can do.
you're very right. If you look at this experience center concept that we are talking about, so we're not talking about building a showroom, large showroom. We are talking about experience center, which is enabled by these kind of technology like VR and AR based, and of course utilizing these technology for off-site sale kind of a thing. So yes, we are focusing on that.
And what's the precaution you're taking for the, one of my friend has bought out like 20 cars in last 10 years, and 2 of them he found like they were like used by some criminals and all. How are you taking care of
Well,
that history?
as we told, in pre-owned car, there is a history, there is a present, and there is a past. So whatever car you see listed on our platform are being verified. When I say verified, they will have proper NOCs. There would be service history verified, and then only they feature on our web platform. If there is any kind of mishappening or it's involved in any type of criminal activities, the car won't feature on our website. As simple as that.
There are ways and means to check that. There's diagnostic tools which can check the onboard, everything about the tool. There are data provided by government to check any kind of history. You can also check the flood damage right now.
Yeah.
So these are the tools available in the market which provide you the history of the vehicle and the owner also.
Are you planning to have NFTs or something integrating with this?
NFT.
So we have a dear friend who's a tech guy. So yes, Porsche did something in NFT, pre-owned NFT very recently, just couple of months back. Yes, we are exploring that option.
Recession coming in, how will you, with recession coming in, you're showing that you'll grow by around 50 to 67% next year. With recession coming, how will you manage those numbers? It seems like a very comprehensive product. I like it, but how will you make those numbers?
So if you look at our projection, we are being very modest in the numbers we are talking about. We are talking about doing 6 cars a month. Okay, so if you look at these numbers, we are talking about in FY23, which starts this month, we're talking about doing only 6 cars a month. So we are checking the reality and changing our strategy. 6 cars a month is not a problem for us. Recession, yes, recession would be there. It will impact, some impact will be there on India as well. But we believe the market would be hit by 10-20%. But if you look at the luxury car market, and we will go back to the, the performance that we had last year, which was 2022, where the market was reeling under pressure. India touched the figures, one of the highest figures, which was achieved in 2018 in luxury car market, 40,000. Mercedes right now is sitting at almost 4,500 cars order bank for Q1. They don't have cars to deliver. So yes, recession will be there, it would be hit, but we believe that luxury car market is not going to be hit that hard by the recession for another 1.5 years. In fact, industry, the MDs and the CEOs, Mr. Sony of Lexus recently made a statement, this is going to be the best year of luxury cars in India. That's the kind of.
Yeah, hi. So this luxury car segment is your entry strategy, or like you're going to enter into mid-segment cars also sooner, or that's not on the charts at all?
No, well, we are looking at the premium segment as well. We have forayed into luxury. We have gathered enough data. We are developing our tech, which will be a plug-and-play model. And once it's ready, we will be plugging into a premium segment as well. When I say premium segment, it's 20 lakh car and above. Thank you.
The premium segment actually is the segment which has improved a lot. If you look at the numbers 217 and 2021, the numbers doubled. The cars which are 20 plus and above.
Money stock right now is more of committed, like once you sell it, you'll get the owner will get the money.
Well, as we told, we have got partnerships nationally, and these are the cars of the dealerships, which are parked on our website digitally.
Okay, so it's not like risk.
No, it's not on our books.
Okay,
not
so
on our
the
books.
investor it's not safeguarded with your asset because it's not your asset either.
No, it is not our asset.
So the next phase of the business clearly says we will be coming into buying, sell, and buy, refurbish, and sell. That's when the cars would be on our books, not before that. Yeah.
But
By the way, I dealt with luxury ride, and so we took them to Dubai, and I had studied this market like a couple of years ago. They're doing extremely well. So are you going to compete with this kind of people, or they'll be more of complement to each other kind of thing?
Well, I think for
BPT
now,
and luxury ride and all that.
yeah. So good you asked this question. So for now, they are part of our bigger ecosystem because they are our partners, and we are helping them sell their cars. So if you see the likes of all the brick and mortar setups, the big guys who hold inventory of 25, 30 cars, they are in dire need of help, and we are helping them to sell their cars.
We did a pre-seed round. We have not yet opened our seed round. That's why you don't see what we are asking, what valuation we are. But yes, we'll be doing it June onwards. So we would love to have a talk with you offline. For three things, of course, if you are looking to invest. Second, we are looking for kind of a line of credit or debt financing. We are already in touch with revenue-based financing firms. Third is, of course, if you have any kind of association that you think you can do with our product. Last but not the least, if you are looking for a luxury car, please, we are the guys. Yeah. Thank you.